Okay, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we will talk about conceptual design, early design analysis, and advanced design analysis in BIM environments. Okay, so of course, I mean, our tool that we use this semester is Revit and Autodesk products. So we will focus on the technologies provided by these vendors. Okay, now before we continue, you need to add some, let's say, add-ins or extensions to your Revit. Okay, I'll quickly show you what they are. So you go to your Autodesk manage site, which is like manageautodesk.com/products all. So you enter with your user account. Okay, and then you go to Revit. Okay, you go to view details. In this case, I'm dealing with Revit 2025 because my version of Revit is 2025, okay? And I go to extensions, okay? And I download, let's see, lighting analysis version 2 for Revit. Download this. I have already did that. And then Insight for Revit 2025, download this, okay? In your case, it's 26 if you're using that. And then solar analysis for Revit 2025. Okay, now we do that, but we will not go to Revit first. We will first look at a very different software, which is called Forma. Okay, so Forma building design, site design. This is a very interesting conceptual design service. It's not a software; it's a software as a service. So it runs in the cloud. Okay. But it's very good because in many ways it helps us to understand any site that we want. It gives us insight into the, let's say, site characteristics like the buildings around, the roads, the vegetation, etc. Okay, so I think my account is education account and yours is too. So I believe that you also have access to this software. This software only runs in Chrome, okay, and for that purpose, Chrome is installed on my computer, so you should be using Google Chrome, okay. So we click on access. So this is the my account is here, like I'm using my Autodesk account, and I'm using Chrome to enter this software. Forma building design. Let's click on access. So if I click on it, it brings me to a home, okay, and we can start a new project, okay. What I'll do is I'll start a new one just for you, so that we can work on it. So let's say new site, okay, and it's going to ask me a place. Let's use this existing one. I think this could be one. Or yeah, let's use this one. Okay, then it will ask me. Oh, wait. I'm gonna cancel. Okay, I'm gonna go back. We're going to create new project. Okay, so this is the new project is March 204 tutorial live. Okay, so I'm just making sure that this is what it is. Yeah. So it's in my hub. I'm creating a new version, new one. Now in this project, I can give the members names. Like you can have a group project, for instance. You can have several people who could join this. I'm not going to do that. So now I'm doing it on my own. Okay. Now let's start. Here we need to start a new site. Okay. And for that, I have to choose a location. In this case, I'm going to zoom in to Turkey, to Ankara. Okay, and I know very well where Metro is. Yeah, this is where we are. And I would like to choose the whole, let's say, site, including our campus, like most of the parts of the campus, like that. This is great. Okay, I have chosen this site. Like 1.3 kilometers to 1.3 kilometers, as you can see. I think this is better. Or maybe this is better. Okay, which also includes our faculty building over here. So confirm map area. Perfect. Now, what is great about Forma is that it has many data resources that we can use. Okay, so let's see what we can add. You can add many layers of data into your model. Sorry, site model, let's say. Okay, because this is still object oriented. This is still BIM. I mean, but in many ways, it's of course it's a software environment, and since we are educators, most of the stuff is free for us. For instance, starter pack, all the buildings and stuff. Let's add that. Okay, so for our site, over to buildings and the roads. Okay, I'm going to add. Okay, it has now added the buildings. Then, yeah, we added the over to buildings and the roads. These are added. We can add the terrain with 30 meters resolution. Let's add. Okay, let's add it. We can even add, now it's coming. We can even add trees. Let's add, maybe it's going to work. I didn't try it before. Click on it. It's OpenStreetMap trees, maybe, maybe not. Then S3 satellite image. Let's add that too. So it's going to look like really realistic. Add and add. Okay. So let's see what it's going to look like. Okay. These are all added. See now. Now we got things coming. Yeah, we'll probably have few things added now. So this is Metu Campus. As you can see, we have a 3D campus. Oh, we even have the imagery. Perfect. Now we have the buildings. Okay, we even have Devrim, as you can see. The whole terrain is, well, the resolution is not great, but it's still manageable. And here you can see the library. Here's our faculty building. This is our studio, right? So we are here. So what I want to do now is use this software to propose some projects, okay, and make some analysis. But before that, let's do some analysis on existing sites. Okay, so for instance, if we get closer, let's focus on our building. Okay, so this area. Okay, and then we can run some different types of analysis. Like here we have, for instance, area metrics. You have sun hour analysis. You got daylight potential, wind analysis, microclimate. You even have noise analysis, solar energy analysis. There are all kinds of things. Okay, so let's try that. Let's focus on our site. So analysis area, we have to draw the site limit first. Okay, I mean we have downloaded the whole site, but we have to draw the site limit. So I'm going to click on draw site limit. So this is the tool, freeform, and I'm going to choose this area. Okay, like something like that. Okay, our faculty building and also Beşeri. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Let's choose this area. Okay, as you can see. Good. Now I have created the area. Okay, now it gives me the site area. 40,000 square meters, this whole area is. Right. Now, I can run sun hours analysis, okay? And instead of entire model, I'm going to use the site limits. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, then let's close this one, and then it's telling me what time of the year. Let's say March 21st. Okay, let's run analysis. So it gives us an idea about how much of sunlight our buildings receive at different times. Okay, now when you go, the thing is that it is now running. Okay, so the analysis, like if you click on view history, all analysis, there are no analysis now, but it is now running. Okay, so this is one thing. What else? Daylight potential analysis. Let's click on this one. Okay, so and let's say that here it gives you some let's say tricks. Dismiss. Let's say run analysis. Okay, now we are also running a daylight potential analysis in terms of the facades, the surfaces. Okay, so the other thing is that wind analysis. This is very good. So let's continue doing that. Let's go to history. Yeah, sun hours is in progress. Daylight potential is still not there, but it's going to send. Okay, as you can see, there is this little dot, which means that these analyses are running. So let's go to wind analysis. Okay, as you can see here, we can run for like a rapid analysis for comfort. Okay, like most of these areas are okay for, I think, wind, in terms of wind, but like in terms of the direction of the wind and the time, let's say selection area is that area radius. Let's make the area radius a bit higher. Okay, now for this one, for instance, yeah, see, these parts are vulnerable. Okay, but these are not too bad. We can change the location, but let's see for the west winds. Yeah, the roadside is vulnerable, but here it's not. But probably it's because it's taking also some other things into consideration. So this is wind. Okay, but if you go, you can do a detailed analysis. Okay, and let's say in terms of comfort, but it takes time. So, and yeah, there's no need to. And also, I think if you reduce the size, probably we'll be able to do that. Okay, like for that, yeah, and if we go around, I think we can do a detailed analysis. Well, I'm not going. Oh, let's click on it. Who knows? Maybe we'll receive something interesting soon. Okay, so we reduce the size. We will see. Okay, this is another thing. Now it's gone. Okay, now let's continue to microclimate analysis. So the radius is minimum. Okay, this area again. Let's say run analysis. It's now running a microclimate analysis for us in this area. And let's see noise analysis. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's missing traffic data, so it's therefore it's mostly okay. Okay, but if you introduce some traffic data, okay, if you introduce roads, the tracks, etc., then it's going to give you like railroad, regular road, etc. It's going to make some give you some results. Let's go to solar energy analysis. Okay, selection again this area. Let's run analysis, and how about that? Embodied carbon. I think it's not going to work, but shadow study is interesting. We can try that. Let's see. Yeah, the solar is now running. Shadow, I think it's taking us to an application. Shadow study. Yeah, we have to add. Let's add. Agree. Okay. Hopefully it's going to work. Continue. Shadow. Does it work? Yes. Yes. June 15th. 8 to now. Let's make it March so that we'll have longer shadows. Preview. Okay. Let's see what we want to see. We don't want to see the images, okay, and we want to see the shadows. Can we again do it? Yeah, you see shadows? at different hours of the day. Okay, and if you click on export images, it will probably let you download yeah, a zip file like that. Okay, perfect. Now we got this one. Let's go to solar analysis again. Sun hours, view history. Sun hours is open and see what it's like. So this is the legend. Yes, you see, now we can easily visualize which parts of our project is receiving how many hours of sunlight. Okay, like the roofs are receiving, of course, full sunlight, but certain areas, certain facades are pretty much dark. Okay, like northern facades, so like nearly zero, some of them. Okay, in March 21st. So we can close this one. We can go to, let's see, we all analysis, microclimates. Let's have a look at the microclimate analysis. What does it say? Yeah, see, it gives us the thermal stress, cold stress, like again, like northern edges are mostly cold and gives you about that. Well, we all know about that, right? But it gives you at this time of the year, which is January now. Let's go to June. Okay, for June, yeah, in June, these are the temperatures that you receive. Let's go for March. Okay, and it's, yeah, at different hours of the day. March, let's see April. Okay, today we are in April. We are nearly in May, but yeah, see, at different hours of the day, you got different temperatures that are displayed here. Perfect, very nice, very useful, and great for understanding the site. What else? Wind. Can we see the history? It's still analyzing, but the view history, no, it's not there. Daylight potential, we did that. Sun hours, solar energy. Let's have a look at solar energy. Aha, see, the roofs are selected for the buildings, and annual solar energy, average solar energy is 1,740 kilowatt hours per square meter. Okay, we have 13,000 square meters of roofs which we can use for solar, and total solar energy is, wow, it's 23 million kilowatt hours annually. Okay, like 60% of the roof is covered by solar energy. Panel efficiency is at 15%. So annual electricity output is 1,720 kilowatt hours. Okay, which is incredible. That's huge. But it's like 8,000 square meters of panel. Right, now this is for the whole site, right? So we did that. Detail is still running. Okay, now this is what it is about. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go back to the project. Okay, so let's go to, how do you do that? Well, we can now on top of that we can add buildings, like we can for instance place a basic building on our site. We can use some geometries, etc. But this is not what I'll be dealing with. What I want to do is I want to go to click click. This is a second. Yeah, this one was the first proposal. Let's delete this one. Sorry. Yep. Okay. So the first one. Okay. I'm going to. This is the site. I'm going to add buildings. Okay, so building design. Now let's assume that we are proposing a building on our site. Okay, so I'm choosing the building option, and where do we want to put it? Let's say that we are putting a new building where, yeah, here. This is the site that we want to use. Okay, the car park, next to our faculty extension building. Okay, so this is the site. So what we can do is here you can use like a generic. You can use a generic building, a residential building, an office building. Let's say office building. Okay, now I'm going to put a building here. Okay, I'm using this tool to draw. This side should be something like 16 meters. Okay, enter. And yeah, this is good. Then this side should be like 32. Okay, and just give me a second. Yeah, I think this is good. It's now rectangular. Now here, this is rectangular, and from here we can change the building's geometry. I'm going to make it a bit weird. No, I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm going to finish it like that, and then I can add floors. We can add a high rise, but no, of course we're not going to do that. Like 3 floors. Okay, now we immediately create the building, but the problem is that building is a bit too high. Okay, now I want to change the whole, like I'm selecting the whole building. Wait, how do we do that? Let me see. Can I? Yep, I can choose the building. Okay, nope. First floor. I can change the location of the building. How do we do that? Yep, nope. There's proposal. I was able to do that with some other building. Switch to perspective, 3D view, exploded view, selection. No. Up site. Nope. I'm not going to do that. I could change the position. Give me a second. I'm going to pause. Okay, I think I figured it out. So we zoom in now. What I need to do, I need to switch to orthographic view. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to select the whole building. Then I can use the move command to pick it from here, like -3 meters, like that. This is better. Okay, now what we can do is we can add floor plans. So I can like select the floor like that. You can change the floor heights for the whole building. Like we can choose to make it like 4.5 meters. Okay, as you can see, the whole building has increased. We can change wall type. Okay, it's like a facade wall. You can add like basic wall, etc. Function is office. You can add like different units and unit types inside. Facade, like what kind of modules, alignment, edge, like there are all kinds of things that you can do. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail about that. But if I zoom in, like if I select one floor, okay, like that, I can go to floor plan. Okay, so I can add walls. So basically, but first let's choose this one. Sorry. Wall, yeah. Now the whole floor plan is open for me. Okay, and I can add like you can choose the type of the wall, like basic wall. For instance, I can say that I'm going to have a studio here, and I'm going to have some offices here, okay, and I'm going to have another studio here, and then maybe we can divide that into this, and I can put some like smaller rooms. See, this is a very simple design tool which basically allow us to test different design ideas. Okay, so that's the idea. Now we are done with the walls. Let's go back to 3D view. Okay, and then we can add doors. Okay, like basic doors. Again, we go to floor plan. Like we can add just like using Revit. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to be very quick. I'm not going to be very precise, and yeah, that kind of stuff. Let's do that. Then yeah, let's go back to the 3D view. So we have added doors and floors and etc. into the building. We can see the inside a little bit, as you can see from where we look. So it's basically a conceptual model for us, like first tries. Okay, now what we can do is now the building is more or less prepared. Okay, and we can do some analysis on this one. Like here, it gives us overall floor plan. Okay, the floor area, or the gross floor area or net floor area. Okay, and it gives us like how many units it has, like the rooms, the type of rooms. Okay, and their distribution, etc. in the project. And if you go to daylight, like for facades, like if we zoom in, as you can see, it has already run some analysis. Now this is what it did. If you go to Windows, it will start an analysis for you. Like if you go and look at different parts of the project, you can see sun hours, how much sun is received by the facade. As you can see, like this part is not receiving that much of sun, but if you move around, you will see there are different parts of the project that are receiving different levels of sun. Okay, again, you can change the date. For instance, in March, how does it work? Probably only the south facade here, yes, and the roof, but the rest will be pretty much dark. Okay, so this is your solar, let's say, analysis. And then total carbon is all about, well, it takes time, of course, simulation, but it allows you to run, let's say, based on your design decisions, some results. Okay, so more on that. Like, yeah, this is very interesting. Board. If you go to board here, you can start a new board. And you can share the board. You can add your friends to the board. Okay, and then here from site design, for instance, you have the design view, which is a snapshot or a live view of your design and area metrics into this board, like that. Okay, so like your friends can add notes. You can draw things. You can discuss, like it's like Miro but for design. Okay, so like you can say, well, we have an issue here, etc., etc. Okay, so this is how it works, which is very interesting. Okay, what else? You can. Another thing is that, of course, you can compare results. Like let me go back to my previous project. Okay, this I think this, no, not this one. Yeah, this one was the previous project, and I think, yeah, I think I did this one. Yeah, I did like 2 different projects. No, well, not this one. Project overview, tutorial. No, not this one. Sorry, I'm always clicking on the same thing. Nope. Project overview. This one. What was this one like? I think I had. Yeah, I think I also added. Yeah, you can also add trees and objects and etc. Into your model. Okay. Like this was a basic building that I designed. I think I did that with building design. Let's see. Yeah, you can add trees, for instance. Exactly. Click on trees, and it will let you choose different types of trees. Like the parking lot is now covered by trees. Like when you add trees, okay. Here I think I have some analysis results. Yeah, you can see how these trees impact your building in terms of like providing shade. Okay, shade analysis. You see that, which is very nice. Sun hours again. You can see how much sun hours you receive. Like this is the north facade. You don't receive much. Like hours minimum, maximum. Like southern facade and southwest facade, but also trees impact the solar, let's say, hours. Okay, this is all about format, but what you can do is like continue playing with it and then see what you can do. I think you can export. Let me go back to this one again. You can export your model. Layers, building elements. No, not this one. Proposal. Yeah, here, click. No, not that one. There was a way to export to Revit. Where was that? Site design. Could it be here? It could be. Yeah, click. No, not that one. You could add a Revit extension, which you would. Could it be in the project overview? Yeah, this one. And click. No. I'm just getting used to this. Is a relatively new tool. I'm just getting used to it, so that's why I'm a bit struggling. Click. Yeah, here we go. Revit. Send to Revit. Like you first download the add-in and then you basically send it to that thing, or you can export as an IFC file, as an object, or IFC to format data management. I don't know, there are many different ways that you can deal with this. Okay, so this is about it. Now we will continue with Revit. Okay, let's go back to Revit. Now, this conceptual modeling thing can also be done within Revit. Okay, what we do for that is that we go to File, New, okay, New Conceptual Mass, okay, and then here we use metric mass from C, Program Data, Autodesk Revit 2025, Family Templates, English, Conceptual Mass, metric mass, open. Now this interface will be very familiar, right? This is Family Editor, as you know. So what you can do, you can just, for instance, add a box like that, 20 meters by 21 meters, and then you can basically create form out of it. So you click on it, create form, solid form. Now you can basically lift it up like that. You can approach the vertices like that. You can, let's go to hidden line. Yeah, you can basically reshape the form. Okay, you can add void elements. Again, let's say that we are adding here a void like that. Okay, click on it, create form, void form. Then you can, oops, yep, but I didn't do it right. So sorry. Let's cancel. Delete. So let's create a void like from this. Yep, this corner. But the problem is we have to choose the, yeah, you have to set the work plane. Set work plane. That, okay. Then click on this and something like that. Okay, that's better. Now click on that, create form, void form. Now as you can see, it has created the void, and it's going to be a cylinder or a sphere. Let's do cylinder. Okay, as you can see, now I have created a form that is ready out. Okay, now the next thing that we need to do is we need to export it or load it into Revit. Okay, now this is a project. Load into project. This is a conceptual mass. Now in Revit, you will see this message when you have a project that you should have a new project in Revit, of course, empty project. Revit has enabled the show mass mode, so the newly created mass will be visible. Okay, close. Now the mass is ready to be placed. When I click on here, as you can see, click escape. In 3D view, okay, you can see in Revit we have now a geometry. It's very odd, isn't it? Like in Revit we work with objects, but now we are working with a simple geometry. Now what I can do is I can add levels. Okay, so let's go to the view. Let's click on this level. Let's say that we'll have like 8 levels. And from here to 400, yep, like that. Okay, perfect. Now in 3D view, okay, you go to architecture. When you select your conceptual mass, you can add mass floors. That's what I will do. Mass floors. Then it's gonna ask me where I want to put the mass floors at. Okay, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Okay, okay. Now what it did is like it has created floors in the conceptual mass. Now what we do with this is that we can clad this conceptual mass with objects. Okay, here we go. You go to wall by face, okay, or you go to massing and site, okay, curtain system, model by face, curtain system. You can select this facade, okay, and all these side facades to be selected. Yep, we have all facades selected. Create system. Now immediately we have a curtain wall. Okay, then we can go to massing and site, floors, type of floor, let's say this one. Then you can select floors, this one, control key, like this one. You see what you do is, and then create floor. Immediately it creates floors. You go to massing and site, roof. You select this top one, and then you say steel truss, this one, create roof. It creates a roof. Now as you can see, we're using this tool to model. Okay, now if you go to architecture, millions, all grids, like if you choose these, as you can see, it immediately creates, of course there will be some missed errors, but that's okay. It immediately creates curtain wall millions for your project. Okay, so if you go to textures, fine, you see this is relatively easy. Okay, and you can just go to plans. Okay, let's go to floor plan 2. As you can see, even your floor plan is ready. Okay, now why do we do that? Now this is used for testing different, this used to be used for testing different alternatives. Of course, this format today is very capable, okay, the website, but we used to do it this way, okay, but I wanted to show it to you. So what you can do now is use this to run an energy analysis. Okay, so you go to analyze, and here first you have to set the energy settings. You see, click here, energy settings. Then of course you need to of course set the location first. Of course, location here, energy optimization location. So of course it comes to Boston, but this is not what we are interested. Let's say Ankara. Okay, and then if you search for Ankara, okay, come on. Ankara, come on. Search. Yes. No. Why does it go there? It's supposed to need to be able to well, I'm having difficulties. Internet mapping service, default city lists. Well, these are all US. Oh, could it be? Nope. Ankara, Turkey. Okay. Okay. Let's go and have a look at it again. Ankara, Turkey. Location, site. Ankara, Turkey. Mapping surface. So we have different. Yeah, here we go. So we have different weather stations, but we will use some of them. We will use, like, we can choose which one we want to use. For instance, this one. I think it's an Etimesgut one. Can I make this larger? Yep. Yep. Here we go. Oops. We can change our home location like that. So I want to put it somewhere. My computer is running slow. Okay, yeah, this is where we are. Click OK. So we have set the location for the site. Okay. What else we want to do? Okay. Meanwhile, I think I didn't put a wall onto this surface. So go to basic insight, curtain system. Can I choose that one? It's a bit tricky. Yeah, this one. Create system. Okay, perfect. And then architecture, million, all grid lines. This one. Yep. Okay, now it's a closed building. Now we go to analyze. Okay, now we have created our building. So we can go to energy settings. Now here we have different options. There are different modes. You can use the conceptual mass and building elements. Okay, you can use building elements, and you can use rooms or spaces. We'll use conceptual masses and building elements. Okay, you also set all these options. Okay, like the ground plane, the resolution of the spaces, etc. There are also advanced options, like what kind of heating, ventilating, air conditioning system there is. Conceptual types, this is important. If you go to edit like mass exterior wall, what kind of wall it has, what kind of interior wall it has. If you're using conceptualness, like if we didn't put these building elements, it would be using those, okay? But we already created some elements, okay? So it's going to use them. Now, once this is done, what you do is you go to, you click on create energy model, okay? Then it will create an analytical model for energy. So we do that, okay? Now it has created an analytical energy model. You can see this is what we call, this is used for energy analysis, okay? And then you can basically take it to Insight and then analyze it. Okay, let's say optimize. We will use Chrome just once. Okay, we already have that. Let's go back to our model again. Let's say that analyze. Okay, now it's going to take this energy analytical model, use it. Okay, then it will upload, and then we will see the analysis. Now it's uploading. Okay. So to view the status, yeah, it says view analysis. If you click on it, it will take you to Insight. Okay. This is where it is. Forma Carbon Insights. As you can see now, it is bring it back. It used to be Insight, but it's now Forma Carbon Insight. Okay, and it brings you, let's say, yeah, here we go. It's already done. So, like the based on your building typology, we selected an office. I'll go back and show you what kind of things there are. So let's keep this one as it is. Okay, let's go back to the energy settings. For instance, if you go to advanced options, for instance here, building type is office. Okay, office, and the usage operating schedule is, like, say, default here. If you click on it, it's a 24/7 facility, 24 6 days facility, 24 5 days facility, 12 hours 7 days facility. So you can choose a school, like what kind of facility it is. Like, you decide on that, because this changes the way it uses energy. Okay, so you all do that, and then based on that it creates the energy performance. Okay, so I think it's down here. Here we go. Total carbon emissions, the location, type, the buildings, the area, operational carbon. See, there are all these things, and you can have a look at the different factors, and you can see how you can change them. And there used to be options. Okay, you could change. Let's click on that. Okay, new dashboard. We're adding a new dashboard, and then we click on edit dashboard. Oh, you can put different things. Yeah, and you can edit. Wow. Yeah. You can even add different data pieces to be shown here. This is amazing. Yeah, I'm not going to spend more time on it because there is no use. Now, what I want to do is I want to open this project that we were working on. This is an advanced version. By the way, I'm going to tell you one more thing. For the conceptual mass, what also you can do is here we go. Oh, I think we have it here. Yeah. For the conceptual mass, you can also import CAD. Okay, like import an SAT file, a SketchUp file, an STL file. These are all, like, you can use another software to create your mass, okay, and then you can bring it down here. This is what I was telling you, like you can bring your mass here, and then you can like if it's a curved structure, you can then load it into Revit, and then you can cover it with any kind of wall that you want. Okay, so that's the idea. So let's have a look at the other project. Okay, so here we have the firehouse. Okay, now I want to run different analysis here. Like if you go to analyze, you can see solar is now there. Let's choose solar. Okay, then it will ask me like what kind of surface, all roof surfaces. Okay, then if I click on, and you can choose also, you can pick surfaces. Now as you can see, all these surfaces are selected. You can remove some of them if you don't want solar analysis to be done, but once it's done, okay, you click on finish, then you click on update. Okay, what it will do is it will run a solar analysis for this roof to show you how much, like let's see, it's here. Okay, let's zoom in here. It will show you how much solar energy that you can gain from this building per year. Okay, so as you can see, this is south facade, this is west, this is east. You get, I think you get a bit more. So, you know what? Let me see if I change the true north. It may not be perfectly south or yeah. As you can see, it is now tilted. I'll show you how to do this if I haven't in the upcoming lectures, but this is a bit later model. You can see how the orientation of the building affects the solar radiation. Okay, you can change the style, you can change the colors, etc. But I'm not going to go into that. You can work with that. Now, another thing is that the lighting analysis. You go to lighting, okay, and you can run illuminance analysis. There is already one, okay. So if you go to that one that I have done, okay, it takes time. That's why. And let's see if it's going to show us. It's a little bit crushed, I think. Is it? Don't crash on me. Revit. Come on, Revit. I'm going to pause and I'll continue once it is out of crash. Okay, now it has created is daylight analysis for me. As you can see, for different levels, you can see the analysis. You can also look up how these work in Insight tool. Let's go to section box so that we can see. Let's select the section box. We can see how these individual levels work out. Oh, here we are getting that a little bit more. Come on. Yeah. As you can see, most of the interiors are dark, but only these parts are lighted because this is. Let me see. I think there's a problem with the. Let's go back to the lighting analysis. Lighting. Let's run a new one. Okay, go. And what we will do is we will I'm going to pause again. Okay, now it has brought me the illuminance analysis, lighting analysis in the cloud options. Okay, so you can select the threshold and like You can choose lux or foot candles. Let's say foot candles, or let's say lux, but let's reduce it to like 2000. Okay, maximum. You can choose the time of the year. It's like March 21st from 9 to 3 p.m. all levels. Okay, and if you click on start analysis, now it uses that setting, and then it's uploading the project to the Revit service, and then it runs and gives you a result. The result is more or less the same. Okay, we didn't change much, but this is the lighting analysis. We can continue doing one more thing, and that is it's very useful. It is the route analysis. Yeah, click OK. Let's go to level 1. Okay, here we are at level 1. Now, no, level 2, let's say. Level 2 is better. Yeah. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go to hidden line. Yeah. I want to, since this is a firehouse, I want to check how much time it takes for a fireman or woman to run from here to the stairs. Okay, so you do that with route analysis. This is the path of travel. Click on this one. Choose the corner, like here. Okay, then I want to go from here to here. Okay, because I want to reach the stairs going down. If you click on that, as you can see, now it has created a route. Okay, and if you choose that route, this is the route. It says the length is 30 meters from here to go. It goes through the doors, as you can see, and then it goes to here. The route is 30 meters. The time it takes for the 4.8 kilometer per hour, I think, walking speed, 22 seconds. So from here to here, it takes 22 seconds. So you can do different route analysis and basically test your project. Okay, so this is another type of analysis. Now, as you can see, I just want to give you a glimpse, okay, for analysis, optimization. You can do also electrical analysis. You can do structural analysis. Okay, there are many different, like you can create a structural analytical model. You can export it to Autodesk robots, see what the outcome is like, and then you can import it back to your project. But the idea is that we use this rich object-based model to create different scenarios and then compare them with each other. Okay, so yeah, conceptual math used to be the way we work, but now Autodesk is giving us this opportunity, which is incredible. I mean, it's giving us the opportunity to download elements on a site and basically build in the middle of the city. Okay, like for instance, I was thinking of project overview. Let's start a new project. New site. Okay, let's go and select. I wonder if I'm going to be able to find the location. Let's go to Eskişehir. Yeah, if I can find the site, it's going to be really crazy. Where's the water? Yeah, water is somewhere here. Asarcıklı. I think this is our site. Yes, I'm so lucky. Yeah, here we go. This is our site in Eskişehir. Okay, confirm map area. Now you would be crying out loud, like you would be saying, "Oh my God, are you teaching us now?" Well, it's not too late. You see? Yeah. Let's continue. I think we will see wonderful site models, plans from you using Autodesk Forma. Okay, let's see what's going to be like. Good. What kind of data do we want? Starter pack. it includes the Overture buildings, OpenStreetMap roads for the site ad. Perfect. We ordered that data. What else? Okay, let's close these. The terrain, let's add. Well, terrain is mostly flat, but still. Okay. Imagery, yeah. Okay. Trees, I'm not sure if we have it, but these are added. This is added. Let's close. I wonder if we have buildings. Oh no! Map data not available yet, it says. Oh yeah, here we go. How do you like that? I wonder if you already know it or did that, but as you can see now, even we will probably receive the world imagery. Let's see, images. The images didn't arrive yet. Probably it's still pulling the images. Yeah. Map data not available yet. Images. It's not there yet. I think. I'm not gonna wait for it. We already out of time. But when it arrives, you will also have the satellite imagery. Yeah. So this is one way of working, because with the Forma, you can connect this to your Revit. You can export it to Revit. You can use your Revit models to import into Forma too. Like you can bring your models from Revit too. I wonder if we can add like Revit, send to Revit, download, send to Revit. Does it? It's sent to Revit, but does it come here? No, I think my I don't have the add-in working right now somehow. Okay, well, what can you do? Anyway, I think I'm going to stop here. It's up to you. You will figure out how to work with it. Okay, you are the clever ones. I'll see you next week.